Oh, yeah, we gonna switch it up. What's up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Headquarters, and America's team? It's your boy, G, the number one Cowboy fan. I have to coming at you live, direct, and correct with some Mo news. That's right, I said Mo news, M-O news that you can use. And here we are with What's Up Wednesdays with the Cowboy Huddle, and we are live and direct. And right next to me is our boy, our main guy, allow me to butt in, Sports, a.k.a. And below me with the 90 million followers on TikTok, it's our guy, 21 Armando 21. Yeah. And right next to him is the one and only, the true big fella, Dallas Cowboy Chris. Let's give it up.
Big fella.
Yeah. Put a little rock on today. Hey. All right, man. Let's get on into this, man. Hey, here we are.
I forgot you was a former member of KISS.
Hey, yes, ACDC. Come on, man. You can't miss me, man. You can't miss me, man. I love me some rock, man. Come on, man.
I ain't mad at you.
Hey, I'll mix it up. I'll come with some country next week, so y'all be ready.
Hey, the rodeo in town. What's up?
Yeah, well, you know we all from Texas.
Yeah, man. Right? Hey, we from the Four Corners, damn near.
Right?
Hey, me and G, you know we from Cowtown anyway.
Boy, you stay blue scooting up in here, boy. You say the horse anytime.
Hey, G, they don't know about them ropers and tips.
Come on, them star schemes. Oh, man, we'll take them back, man. So, hey, man. We want to say thanks to all the subscribers and everyone, man. We are actually moving, guys. We are actually moving to that 1K subscribers. So, man, if y'all could do us a favor right now, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and notification button so you will be notified when the next video will be posted. Yeah. All right. Hey, how's everybody doing today? Everybody okay tonight? What's going on? 21 Mondo. He's still doing this. He got his 90 million followers.
We gotta make sure they get all the latest and greatest going on with the Cowboys.
That's right. Big fella, what's up with you, man? How you doing, brother?
Say, man, finally the big fella is back in Texas. Finally. Hey, man, I'm doing good, man. I'm excited about the show, man. It's a lot of news, man. You know, in the off season. Cowboys don't never have news in the off season, but we're here to talk about it today.
Man.
They gave us something. They gave
a lot going on.
Gave us something to talk about.
Yeah. And I got Rue. What's up, Rue? How you feeling today, brother?
Man, I'm feeling solid as hell, man. It's been a great week. We got some great acquisitions. We got a hell of a lot to talk about. Some opinions have changed, some minds have changed, some things have changed.
I'm sorry.
Get into it.
I'm sorry.
Y'all don't even know what's coming. And I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut because I just can't wait. I can't wait for this drama to go going on.
Yeah, man.
Things are moving around here, baby, and some exciting things to come.
For sure, man. And you know what? Before we get started, man, I got to give a shout out to these social media groups, man, that's been posting all our content on their page, man. So we got to give it up for Cowboy Fans 365. We got to give it up for We Them Boys. We got to give it up for the Dallas Cowboy Insiders and our own Dallas Cowboys on deck. So let's give it up for these folks, man, for sharing our content.
All right.
Yeah, man. We got to give a shout out to them, man. And I reached out to one from Cowboys, Cowboys fans, 365. He said, man, whatever you do, just send it to me and I'll approve it. So we appreciate that, man. So we got to definitely make sure we bring some good content tonight, fellas. So with that being said, what just happened to my, wait a minute, y'all. I just lost something. Can y'all see me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Okay, there we are. Boy, look at here. Listen, I'm trying to get my stuff ready for the spring break, so I got stuff everywhere, bro.
Yeah, that's right. The Cowboy Huddle spring break is coming up. It is coming up.
Yeah, it's coming up. So we're gonna definitely talk about that real quick. So, but let's acknowledge everybody tonight real quick. We got our very own
Cowboy baby.
Yeah, in the house.
She's loyal. She's loyal.
Yeah. Then we got Dash. Dash is how about them boys is in the house.
What's up, Dash?
Yeah,
What's up?
then we got man, this is somebody new, but hey, appreciate you. What's up, everyone? That's what's up. We appreciate your service, my brother, my sister.
Always.
Sure. Then who we got? Well, you know, he's loyal too.
Hey, come on with it, man.
Hey, Henry.
We're not mad at
Henry.
We're not mad.
What's up, Henry?
But not only Henry, but guess who else?
The Birdman.
The Birdman. Yeah, he's in the house.
Hey, the enemy is in the house, but we got much love for these two.
The other one.
We got much love for these two.
Yeah, we got Anthony in the house. He said Jerry
Anthony.
woke up. We definitely gonna talk about it. And we got y'all already know. Don't piss her off.
Miss Felicia. Miss Felicia. All right,
man.
Miss Felicia, I'm gonna be on my best behavior today.
So hey, y'all, let's do this here before we get started, man. Let's go ahead and tell them a little bit what's going on. Chris, I guess you can go ahead and start us off with this here. Bye, y'all.
All right, man. The Dallas Cowboy Huddle Spring Break Podcast.
Yeah.
Look, man, I called the fellas about a month ago, and I say, look, man, let's all get together because we all are in really all points of Texas. Some of us are even out of state. Rue's down in Austin. Me and Gary live here in the Metroplex. 21 lives out in El Paso. So, my brother has a Airbnb down in Austin, and I told him, I say, man, I need the Airbnb, man. The fellas, we need to get together. We're gonna have a Dallas Cowboy Huddle Spring Break. So
right, that's right. Let's give it up.
Yes. So next Friday night, Saturday, hey, we may just pop on just at any time. Okay, yeah. That's why we want you to subscribe. We want you to subscribe. And get that notification bell, okay?
Yeah,
because I'm working on surprise special guests to come on and everything. And hey, the Cowboy Huddle Spring Break Podcast is a uncut podcast, okay?
Uncut.
It's uncut. Whatever subject it is, we talking about that. You never know what's gonna come up.
More than football.
Yeah, we're gonna talk a lot more than football, okay? So we want y'all to subscribe, hit that notification bell, so when we go live on Friday and Saturday, well, like I said, we can't give you a definite time.
Just make sure you hit the notification. Exactly.
Hit the notification. So we want y'all to join us, man. Everybody's gonna be there. The number one Brew 21 Armando is flying in. Hey, and the great B2 Real will be in Austin too. Yes, he will. The great B2 Real will also be in Austin. So all five of us will be back together like the Musketeers should be. So we wanted to start the show off, man, by telling y'all, man, hey, we want y'all to join us, man. If y'all know people who are not subscribed, man, just hey, man, we're trying to boost our numbers because we all Cowboy fans. And even Henry and Birdman are in the group, man. They ain't Cowboy fans, but they support us too, man, because we all good people. So I try to support their shows. They support us. So, man, let's do this, man. Dallas Cowboys for life. I want y'all to join us next weekend, man, for Cowboys Spring Break.
That's right. So let's get on in here. Hey, we're going to have somebody come on with us tonight. He said he's patiently waiting, Cowboys Corner. So, Cowboy Corner, I just put up the link, brother. If you want to come in, you can come on in, man, because we're going to get this thing started, man. So, Rue, what's on your mind, man? I'm going to sit back, man, because I didn't have time to prepare for nothing. So, y'all go ahead and get this thing started, man.
You know how it goes. So sometimes
be right back.
Put it together because, I mean, we all got jobs and whatnot.
Right.
So, you're going to get a little barbershop today, but we do have a lot to discuss. And I really, really want to jump to one thing, but let's start with these free agency moves, man. We have signed ourselves a deep threat receiver. We got ourselves an O-lineman. We got ourselves another running back. We got some pieces moving around on this team, and I definitely want to get into every single one. Let's go ahead and start with the addition of Brandon Cooks, which I'm sure every single one of us in this chat is very happy about that. At least I know I am. I'm very happy to see them added to this receiving core. And Mondo, what's up, baby?
You know what? I'll tell you guys this. I was surprised with this one because all the talk was Hopkins, OBJ. I think we had talked about Mike Evans and I seen it on Twitter, Mike Evans, you know, but we never talked. Nobody really ever talked about Brandon Cooks. So when they went and got Brandon Cooks, I was surprised. I'm happy about it. It's a good look. You know, I think he's gonna, you know, rejuvenate his career. You know, so you know, I'm excited, man. That receiving core is gonna be one of the best in the NFC East for sure.
And when we're breaking it all the way down, Chris, how are you feeling about these moves, and which one of these stood out the most to you?
Well, of course, Cooks, because you know the big fella has really been talking about explosive players, okay, on the Cowboys offense. And I always said, hey, you know, when we posed the question, who would I rather have at receiver? And I was like, I don't really care as long as they're able to take the top off the field, okay? So that's what Brandon Cooks is, all right? He has speed. He can get down the field, and the man has been with a 6 straight 1,000-yard reception seasons.
Yeah.
So that's not nothing to be shabby about. Okay, when you had 6 straight 1,000-yard seasons, man, you're a good receiver, and he's explosive. Look, me and Rue were talking before the show. I was just like, man, look, the Cowboys. I've been begging for this man all season long. When Tony went out against San Francisco, our explosiveness went off the field with him. Okay? Brandon Cooks gives us another weapon with speed, explosiveness. So I am super psyched. I'm happy about it.
That's what's up.
G, what you got, baby? Which one of these moves was the one that stuck out to you?
Man, you know, Stephon, I thought that was a big move, man. Whew. Man, I mean, I can rest now, knowing that we don't have Boss Man Fat over there on that side. You know, and
I mean, didn't Boss Man Fat look at he was struggling for his life every play? It just looked like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, so we don't have to go through that, but I did want to see the run bland. But, you know, like I say, guys, we're on the outside looking in. And, you know, they know what they're trying to do. We're just assuming what they should be doing. But I thought Stephon was a great move. Brandon Cooks, man, I had to weigh in on it first. I was like, But, you know, with this offense that we're trying to implement, I think it would work. I think it would work to where if he does what we want him to do, where he can take the double team off of CeeDee Lamb, man, it could be lights out. It could be lights out. So I think those two moves probably the most important moves to me, the cornerback and the receiver position for sure.
And I tell you this, what's nice to see is we have developed through the draft for years and years now. And it's like we haven't made moves in this capacity in a hot minute. Like, I don't know when the last time it was like every other day you're seeing new players show up on this team. I mean, we just signed Rojo. We got the offensive guard. We got Brandon Cooks. We went out and got Stephon Gilmore. And this is the best secondary for this team, because let's not forget, we just picked up Donovan Wilson as well.
Yeah.
Wilson, for me, to this day, even with everything else, even with Brandon Cooks, even with Stephon, keeping Wilson for me was essential. That was the biggest move of the offseason so far for me, because I love what he did to this defense, and I love the attitude that he brings to our secondary, because this secondary hasn't been good in my entire adult life. Like, it's been ridiculous. Now, that it's true. There has been piss poor for the last 15 years, and it's no secret. Even when we had Brandon Carr and everything else, it was just Brandon Carr, and even people had their doubts about him. So it's like I haven't seen this kind of secondary since Dion, and I'm not putting anybody on Dion's pedestal. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is I got a shutdown corner on my left, I got a shutdown corner on my right who can be that. I got a great nickel corner, and I've got the best safety combination in the entire NFL. There is no better safety group than mine. I challenge that however you like, but I love how that has turned out, and it's a beautiful thing.
Right. Some
Mike
Yo.
G.
say, man, you making all that noise, man. Making all that noise.
Looking like a street phone right now.
Wow, look. First of all, I know about me some cowboy boots. I know about me being country. I know about having rodeo. We have vacation for rodeo, man. I know about all that. But check this, Brad, and I'm not gonna let you off, Gary, because when we got this news and you broke that huddle and subscribe because you'll get Gary's content as we're a part of it, Cowboys Huddle, please. You downplayed it. Like you got a lap dance from some sweaty chick that smelled nasty. She left all kinds of glitter on you, but you didn't see the value in the lap dance. You didn't see the value. Look, you're getting Brandon.
Mikey, let the folks know what you're talking about, bro.
Oh, we're talking about Brandon Cooks.
Hold on a second, because Mikey literally just jumped in the truck.
Damn show did and jumped right on me, didn't he?
On your nonsense. And all of us
oh, dude, I thought you guys were on your trip already, not being answering because on the thread I put. Did y'all listen to Gary downplay this? Like, oh no, you didn't, Gary. And Gary, we usually agree on stuff. We have our own show together.
It's your second week coming at me, Mikey, but I'm gonna let you have it. Come on.
No, we can't get along all the time.
Of course, I make good content.
I don't have no cowboy stuff in my truck, but I got something.
There it is.
I got
the chef's hat. He's finna cook. Let him cook.
I'm about to cook. Barely fits me, about to cook. Cook for Brandon Cooks. But no. In all seriousness, I get, we were wanting D-Hop. I don't know about how much you wanted Odell. I didn't want Odell that much. I don't think he's the bang for the buck. Plus the distraction that he is in the sideshow. But Brandon Cooks is like, if Jordans cost like $250, you get some Jordan 13s. Brandon Cooks is the Jordan 13s that is just your size. It's on closeout, so you got it for $95, and you got to afterpay. You got to afterpay for him. So, that's what Brandon Cooks is. The Texans ate $12 million. What is it? They're eating $6 million or $6 million of his salary.
Right.
So they eat some of that. So that's the discount. And then we reduce him and we're only gonna pay $6,000 and then we get to kick it down the road on afterpay. This is the value. We're gonna be sporting those J's. And it's the greatest thing. This is to Cowboy Beat, and I always bust on Cowboy Beat's ass. But he said we just upgraded Noah Brown to Brandon Cooks. And that's fucking fine with me.
Yeah, I agree, and that's what I said. Mike, I said I had to do some reevaluating, and with this type of offense that under Mike McCarthy, it would probably be a good. Yeah, I was looking more for D Hop or Mike Evans or something like that. But again, D Hop is just it's gonna take too much. It's gonna take too much to try to get D Hop. So yeah, it like you say, it was a clearance. So so I got one more guy to bring on here, man, and Dash, I'm gonna try to get you on here, but I get. So many on here at one time. So hold on. Let's bring on Cowboy Corner also on here as well. So there we go. What's up, Cowboys Corner?
What's going on, guys? Long time no see. Hope you guys are all good. I like the chef.
I am chomping at the bit to talk to you. I can't wait. Let's get this shit going.
Mikey.
And real quick, before we even get into it, I got to address the Brandon Cooks thing. And goodness, Mikey ready. Mikey got his chef hat.
He's on fire.
Mikey said, I'm in the truck, just got off work. You think I wasn't ready? I got my cup, my apron, my hat. It's on today. Oh, if y'all didn't come prepared, you better be ready for this shit. Because Mikey on it. Mikey on fire. And I know what Chris got laid up for us later. So shoot, if you just getting here, just know it just only began.
Yeah,
Gotta
it
address
might.
the Brandon Cooks thing real quick. Gotta address the Brandon Cooks. This is not world changing, but let's not forget how we started the season last year with our starters being CeeDee Lamb, Dennis Houston, and Noah Brown. Those were our starters last season on the receiving core, and now you have Michael Gallup, you got Brandon Cooks, you got CeeDee Lamb, and here's the other thing. I don't think they're done because, like y'all just finished up talking about, they just restructured. We still have some good money.
Heck yeah.
So, real quick, and
You gotta love that afterpay. Gotta love that afterpay.
Cowboys Corner, real fast, Cowboys Corner. We were talking about which acquisition have you liked the most in terms of what we've seen and what we've done? How do you feel about it?
No, I like the Gilmore acquisition for the defense side of the ball. You know, it takes pending health, right? Pending health.
Yeah,
it takes Kelvin Joseph out. It don't force us to keep Anthony Brown on this football team. It keeps Jordan Lewis in the slot. It keeps Jerron Bland as a nickel. Israel McQuamu can still come in and make a big impact, right? Mm-hmm. So it really helps. It's like a domino effect. It just boom, 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 one after another for the defense as a whole.
Yeah.
I'm saying, and then I don't know if you're going to get into what you don't like yet, but I don't want to jump ahead on you guys' show, but that's Stephon Gilmore. I mean, a comp pick, a 5th round comp. I mean, that's
beautiful.
That's a cakewalk, man. Hey, that is a free cake at
free
a
money.
Cakewalk. All right. And then the other one is Brandon Cooks. All right. Cowboys wanted him late in the year. They got T.Y. Hilton. Y'all just brought it up, right? An upgrade from Noah Brown. I think this is an upgrade from Noah Brown and T.Y. Hilton together. All right. Because it's going to force the Cowboys to still draft a wide receiver because Jalen Tolbert isn't really making any noise at all, period. I mean, 0 reports. He's just not getting it. There talks about a simplified playbook coming from Mike McCarthy. Oh, I don't know what happened here. But we'll see because 20-30% they're keeping from Kellen Moore or they're bringing in new offense, right? So we'll see how dumbified that is for Tolbert. And then Simi Fehoko. He's doing his TikTok thing. Can he develop in here? Things like that. So it doesn't stop the Cowboys from drafting a wide receiver, but you want Jalen Tolbert and you want Simi Fehoko.
So I got to jump on you too about my man Tolbert. Okay.
You hit a sweet spot. Man.
Hey, Cowboys Corner, our reservation. Every reservation I had about you, Cowboys Corner, you know what, dude? We like this.
Mikey just said all right. Mikey literally just said, you all right. You know what?
Like he said, you all right in my book.
But you know what? You all right. Listen,
but go ahead.
All right. No. All right. So listen, that's one thing, and it's like Chris. I feel like Chris when it comes to the receivers. Like it just chaps my ass when y'all bad receivers like this. It really does. It really does. It bothers me, and the reason it bothers me is because it was 1 year. Like it's 1 year, and we just forgot why they drafted this man to begin with. And I can guarantee that 90% of people out there have not pulled up tape on Southern Alabama Jaguars and seen this man get vertical and play. That's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there.
Cowboy Corner. He plays for the Cowboys. Hey, his highlight was him being offsides, bro. He didn't have a flash. Not one flash.
And the thing is, I can't defend myself. I don't have a leg to stand on. He had a terrible season. He had probably
arms, legs,
it was
nothing.
One of the worst regular seasons for a second-round receiver to ever have in the history of football. I'm not giving up on that man. I saw what I saw. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up.
Hey,
not after 1 year.
Rue, like you say, stats don't lie. The guy was he was ball. He had an opportunity to go to Alabama. He turned it down, and he went to I don't know if it was Alabama. He had an opportunity to go to a D1 school, but he turned it down to stay at home or something like that. But he did have over 2,000 yards and receptions and yards.
If you look at that man's family life, that dude's got either way.
Yeah. But remember what I said last week, guys.
I don't have a leg to stand on because at the end of the day, y'all are right. He had a terrible rookie season. probably one of the worst rookie seasons in history. But I'm not done yet. I'm not done, and I don't think they're done.
So
Because
remember what I said
we'll see how
last
it goes.
week. This team is the second chance you. This is second chance you. This is not the Cowboys this year. Second chance you that start with Mike McCarthy, start with Dak Prescott, start with Jalen Tolbert, starts with who else we got out there? All these guys we got to give a second chance to because basically, you know, we got a new offense in place. So yeah, second chance you. That's what we're gonna look at. And so hopefully they can redeem themselves and make a push. So
Well, first of all-
This isn't George W.
Hold on.
Bush.
Hold on, Mikey. Hold on. First of all, Cowboy Corner, I don't appreciate you bringing up Rue's PTSD about Jalen Tolbert. Okay, that's number one. We try to get him some counseling about this, but he cannot take it. As soon as somebody brings,
It's a wrap.
Chris,
Damn
you
it,
freezing
where you
up.
go,
Chris,
Chris?
you freezing up.
Woosah. I want you to woosah. Everything woo, please.
Be all right.
Is this argument the equivalent of last year's Tony Pollard, Debo Samuel argument? Because we were kind of valid. At least we had something ground.
I think
Remember that, Mikey?
You know what that really goes to show you, Mikey, though? You know what that really goes to show you? The ineptitude of Kellen Moore. And I want to talk about Kellen Moore because I'm sure you guys seen it, but Colin Cowherd had a lot to say about Cowboys fans and our delusions. About Kellen
Yes.
Moore,
And
about
losing
Kellen
Dalton
Moore,
Schultz.
about Dalton Schultz, about all this stuff. And I want to address it because I'm going to be honest with you. To me, it's like you're obviously not watching and you're just looking at the numbers because he's an LA guy. He's a Washington guy. That's who he is. Colin Cowherd is a Seahawks fan. Like that's what Colin Cowherd is. My thing is, I can't wait until it's 3rd and 13 for Justin Herbert and they got all their receivers running hitch routes 13 yards deep to get that
Man,
first down.
David
I
Carr
can't wait.
podcast. That
I
David
can't
Carr fucking revealed some shit.
I'm just saying, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah.
But with Colin Cowherd, he's becoming a heel. And what drives is the whole we're the biggest fandom. So the more you throw stones at them, the more you can get reaction, and they're talking it on our content. So fuck Colin Cowherd right now.
You're right. You're right. But all I'm saying is, if we're gonna throw out this, if we're gonna throw out this insinuation, if we're gonna throw out this rhetoric out there,
Insinuation.
That's the word I was looking for. Insinuation. If we're gonna insinuate that we're all just delusional, all I'm gonna say is pull up the tape because I get it. When you look at it on paper, yeah, Dak went down 5 games. We went 4-1 in those 5 games with our backup quarterback. Didn't do much on offense those 5 weeks, if we're being honest with ourselves.
Yep. The defense.
Not to mention, throughout that entire season, yeah, we ranked highly on offense, but we all know when it came down to situational football, it was just like, bro, what are you doing? We're running second and short, we're in shotgun running the ball. Help me understand how this even makes sense. And there was multiple occasions where people were pulling up the tape and it's just like, hey, bro, this ain't Dak or this ain't this and this ain't that. It's Kellen Moore. We're on this show every other week talking about Kellen Moore. But I'm not going to carry on.
Hold on. Here's a rebuttal to what you just said, to your insinuation or your thoughts on Kellen Moore. So this is what was said. These boys just win. Kellen has a quarterback now. He don't have to call curls. Herbert can hit a moving target. Damn. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Okay.
Damn.
That's fine.
Oh.
Fair enough.
What do you think, Armando?
Fair enough.
I mean, we saw it firsthand with Kellen Moore. So I mean, Justin Herbert, good quarterback. Still got a lot of developing. I think. Does he have weapons down there? I don't see them. Who does he have? What's his name? The one receiver.
Keenan.
That's
Keenan Allen. Yeah. Keenan Allen.
Mike Williams, Bubba.
Mike Williams.
Don't sleep on Mike Williams.
Yeah, Mike Williams is a bad man.
But hey, the Chargers are gonna see. Charger fans are gonna see what we saw.
What do you think, Cowboys corner, about that? What do you think?
Uh,
With this, let me put it back up there again.
yeah, everybody knows I'm not the biggest Dak Prescott fan, but
I
I'm gonna
know.
say this. But I'm going to say this: you got to put Dak Prescott in position
To win.
that fits him. Look
Right.
what the Eagles were able to do. Nick Sirianni, all right. Look what he was able to do with Jalen Hurts. Worked, and they stuck to it. Kellen Moore, he gets
Stuck
really,
to it.
yeah, he gets really happy and he gets carried away. Tony Pollard didn't get the ball no more. Ezekiel Elliott can't do this because Mike McCarthy's going to be consistent for Dak. I'm giving Dak a fresh start. I might talk crap. About Dak on Twitter because I got to go watch that 49er film and it pisses me off again.
Yeah.
But
Pisses
I'm
me
giving
off.
Dak a fresh start under Mike McCarthy's offense. I
Yeah.
am. I made a
That's
video
second
about
chance
that.
you.
It's official.
Second
But-
chance you.
Somebody came to
I
Jesus.
gotta ask you something though,
The
Cowboy corner.
leash for Dak Prescott is this long. All right. A Subway
Yeah.
sandwich is longer
Yeah.
than the leash that I'm giving Dak.
That's
Here's one thing.
huge. That's huge. Huge.
I'm down, Mikey.
I gotta give you something. I gotta give you something, Cowboy corner, because I've seen. I mean, and I know you've seen. When you look at all the numbers with Dak, the numbers are there, and I've seen his ability to throw the ball downfield. I've seen him develop. There's a lot of times where you're looking at situations that they're in, and it's like, bro, Kellen's got them in every kind of like. It's just like, how are you so rudimentary in what you're doing? We're in these situations and you're putting it to where these defensive players don't have to make a decision. All they have to do is play that line, or there's only one cut. Like, they didn't give him any options. When you do that, like we talked about the 4 curl routes, when you do that, you can't maneuver in terms of where's your third, fourth option. By the time you get there, it's too late. It's a hitch route. It's all timing. You got to hit it when it's there. So if my first one's not there, my second one's not there, shit, by the time I get to the third one, these guys are already set up. So you end up like they showed in the tape. He hits Zeke on the out route. My thing is, when you're so rudimentary in what you're doing, you're handcuffing what you have in the backfield. And there's no secret that I have been very critical of Dak myself. But it's like, if you're handcuffing me in your play calling, there's only so much that I can do. But I don't even want to get into it because I know Chris got something to say about it.
Yeah, Chris, what you got?
Who, me? I don't have anything to say about.
Chris, you keep freezing up. I don't know if you need to go out and come back in, but you frozen right now, bro.
Oh my, he looks like a really good.
Yeah, Chris.
Hey, but look, we're getting to the same old stuff. Like, hey, for me, does getting Rojo is Rojo better than Ezekiel Elliott? If say Ezekiel Elliott went through free agency and they didn't offer him crap, and we could get Ezekiel Elliott on the bare minimum, is that better than having Rojo?
I think that's one of those deals, man. We brought him in for training camp purposes because we know Tony Pollard would not be there in training camp. Tony Pollard would not be there in training camp, OTAs, anything. So we got to have somebody, and it's only a 1-year deal. So I personally think we're going to draft a running back. We have to.
We're going to draft him, but Ronald Jones, man, I'm a Pac-12 guy. I saw this kid at FC. He's a monster. He's a thick. He has his ability. I like the pickup personally. I want to see what y'all think. Cowboy Corner got some.
No,
What's up, baby?
I think it's more a camp body. I say that to say this. He signed with the wrong team this past year with the Chiefs. I mean, they got Pacheco.
Yeah.
They got Edwards, Calais, or whatever his name is. He signed with the wrong team and didn't get touches. I looked at what he was able to do what he was able to do with Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, right? Almost 1,000 yards, lots of touches, given the right opportunity. And that's probably why he chose Dallas, because Zeke got cut, Tony Pollard with the ankle surgery. He has a spotlight because if he's a camp body, he has opportunity after opportunity to put a whole bunch of crap on tape and go get him some big money, right? So he has opportunity here, but I think he's going to make the most of it right here in Dallas. for the simple fact that the opportunity is there for him to do it.
Yep, I agree.
Mondo, what you got, baby?
I mean, I don't see. I don't know how, but we would let Zeke go and pick up Rojo. But maybe you guys are on track. I mean, it is a camp body. Cowboys corner said it. He has the opportunity to show, and obviously he knows it's gonna be a run first. Mike McCarthy put it out there, so this is his chance. And like Mikey said, he's seen him. So he's a big boy. I'm hoping he.
How big is he? How big a fella is he?
He's 5'11", 202.
So is that a finesse running back, or is he a finesse, or is he a tough running back?
That's a tweener.
He's a tough. He's very elusive, but he's tough.
Tweener.
He's a tweener in between, yeah.
He's a tweener. He could get up those yards, man.
Man, the bottom line is you have the only thing I see with Rojo. You got a 25-year-old at the veteran minimum. That's good value. That's good value. It's good depth. That's how I see Rojo.
That's LeGarrette Blount. That's essentially LeGarrette Blount.
That's what that is. You
like that list that you put in.
And let's not sleep on Malik Davis. Malik Davis is going to be that guy too.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're going to get it from Tony, but Malik showed a lot of promise coming into last season. I mean, when he got the opportunities, you saw it pop. So when you get more opportunities, there's no telling what can come from Malik Davis. But for Rojo, you got a 25-year-old running back at the veteran minimum. That's straight value. You can't beat that. What you got, baby?
Yeah.
Man, I'm sorry, man. My internet connection was terrible. I missed your question. So can you give me the question?
So we kind of got off on a little tangent, but basically all we got, we started discussing Rojo in terms of getting Rojo, the impact of Rojo, what we really feel about Rojo, how he's going to impact this backfield, and you just tell me how you feel about Rojo.
I think he's just going to be a situational back, okay? Because I think the Cowboys got other plans that we're going to talk about a little later on in the show. Rojo, I think he's just a veteran. That can come in and fill in the backfield and do what he needs to do. He's nothing like spectacular that you'd be like, oh man, we got Rojo. It was just a veteran free agent that the Cowboys picked up, man. I thought that it's going to help, pass blocking, and then him also, knowing what to do as a veteran, because we got to take the weight off of Tony, because right now Tony is our feature back.
Now, my bad, G. But
go ahead.
He gave me the door, and I gotta open that shit. So
go for it.
We were just talking about that, Chris, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I've just been waiting for you to come out of that leg so we can get right into it.
Let's go, Chris. Let's go.
With everything that we've seen in this free agency, and to be honest, like a lot of you, I don't think
best player available.
I think
player available.
Bobby's still out there for the free agency, and there's still with how much cap space and the way D-Hop is talking, there's still that. But we know that this team likes to build through the draft. So with that pick coming, with everything that we've seen in motion, at this point, what are we thinking?
All right.
Chris.
So me and Rue was talking about this, and I kind of messed with him, and it kind of messed up his mind. I want y'all to think about this, okay? Think about it.
All right. Woo-hoo. Mount me.
The Cowboys are very blatant and obvious about what they do, okay? So
deliberate.
We shored up everything that we had to shore up on defense, right?
Yep.
So they're not going defense the first round, all right?
Yeah.
So in the first round, you're thinking, okay, I've been saying we needed somebody to take the top off the field. We went and got Brandon Cooks.
Got him.
Okay. So then I say, man, me, I'm the offensive line guy. Man, we need an offensive line. What do? We go get an offensive lineman in the offseason. So what other position would you think? First of all, you would say, hey, we need a tight end. No, you don't, because you got two excellent tight ends.
Tell him again, Chris. Tell him again.
Don't need tight end. You got two excellent tight ends. So what other position do you need on offense to make this go? The
quarterback.
Cowboys, with that number one pick, they are going to take a running back. They are going to take Bijan Robinson. And if they don't, I said the Cowboys are going to trade up in front of Philadelphia and draft Bijan Robinson. If they don't draft Bijan, they're gonna take the kid, or is it Gibbs out of Alabama and early in the second round. That's what the Cowboys are gonna do. It's so obvious. Guys. If you look and see what they've done, the only thing they need now is running back.
Well,
Can I go?
Do you think Bijan gonna fall? Bijan won't fall.
Now,
that
time
far,
out.
bro.
He said
Okay,
two
No,
things.
I'm not. We got 3 picks in the top 30.
He said two things there. He said two things there. Number one, if he falls, which I don't think he will. But Chris is under the assumption that the Cowboys, this big move that they were talking about they were going to do.
They better not do that.
They might jump in front of the Eagles.
They gonna jump in front of them.
Take Bijan with the equity that they have acquired. Mikey, hit it up. What's up?
Well, I hate to burst your running back bubble, but this might even go bigger. We have 3 picks in the top 30, and I'm going to go Cowboy corner since he's in the corner. Don't put Cowboy corner in the corner or baby in the corner for that matter. What about if we got a quarterback?
Stop it.
You want to burn this shit down, dude? CJ Stroud, dude.
No,
Dude, you got
mute his mic. Mute his mic. Mute his mic.
He is not falling.
Hey, go Cowboy corner, go.
All right. So interesting take.
Corner, hit it up, man. Come
Mikey.
on, Mike on that other stuff.
Yeah, mute his mic.
Take.
Take that chef hat off. You're burning the kitchen down.
Interesting take. So,
Hey, I want Bijan. He's from Tucson.
They predict that the first 9 picks are going to be quarterbacks. I think it's been ridiculous what they think. I know it's not 9, but I'm just saying the first 5 picks or 4 out of 5 picks are going to be quarterbacks. You're telling me CJ's going to fall? Corner, hit it up.
Yeah, no, interesting take. So on the Frisco Report last night, we did a third round mock draft. I was playing the GM, and I got a tackle. First pick, I got Cansey. And then the second pick, I got 27-year-old Herndon Hooker. And
Okay.
He got a quarterback
Out of Tennessee.
I got a yes. I know he's playing hurt and stuff, but it's the second round. Cowboys, that's where they take their chances. They you look at Jalen Smith, you look at Sean Lee, you look at Bruce Carter, you look at
Randy Gregory.
They take their chances in the second round. Herndon Hooker can be that chance taker. Now,
the kid out of Tennessee.
Yes.
The old man out of Tennessee.
It won't be in the first round. But, and I'm not doing this in spite of Dak. I'm doing this because Jerry Jones said, I'm going to take
you are. Yeah, you are.
Jerry Jones said, we're going to draft a quarterback. That's what
Jerry
he said.
did say.
That's what he said.
Even when Tom Brady was quarterback for the New England Patriots, they were drafting quarterbacks. So that's not a crazy thing to think.
Second in the second round
with Herndon Hooker. That's a risk. Will he make it? He might be a late first rounder, 31, 32. Who knows? Because I think I don't think they could be trading and stuff with that 31st pick. Philly is doing something that they haven't done in a long time. They're being aggressive. It didn't work. Thank God. I hate that fan base. It didn't work, but they're going to try it again. They're going to try.
Yeah. Well, number one, they got to find an offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. They got some problems. And people kept saying, not to change the subject, but people were saying, when we first started this thing, oh, Cowboys are not making any moves. What's going on? We made one of the biggest moves ever, and we kept our defensive coordinator. That was the biggest move that we ever made, regardless of all the picks and all the free agents, things like that. We made one of the biggest moves by keeping our defensive coordinator. Look at Philadelphia. Look at 49ers. That could have we probably would have had to scrap the whole season if we would have lost our defensive coordinator. So, but yeah, I agree. I mean, it can happen, Cowboys corner. It really could.
Giants, the Commanders, Cowboys got a lot at stake. That's probably why you're seeing them be aggressive.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Commanders are a quarterback away. They already got their defense in place. The Giants are building, right?
Yeah.
The Eagles, I mean, they might be in the basement. They might flop. I don't know what they're going to do. It's all up to Jalen Hurts and how he commands that offense, right? Cowboys, that's why they're being more aggressive, because the NFC East, everyone knows, is now the beast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
And really,
it's always been.
we're going to get into this in a minute, but with all these moves, truth be told, this falls on the head of Mr. McCarthy more than anybody else, because this is happening from McCarthy. But before we even get into that, when it comes to
Get
that
Mondo.
draft,
Get Mondo about that over there.
Mondo, when it comes to this draft, with the mindset that Chris has with this running back pick, because this is the thing, and I want to preface this before I give this to you. I want to preface this with this. We talked about this the other day. The best position that the Cowboys draft above any other position is that running back spot. And I'm going to get into what I think about what Chris said, but Mondo, what do you got on this draft pick? With everything that we've done in terms of moves and the free agency, we've gotten our receiver, we got that deep threat, we got the O lineman, we got all these pieces now. When it comes to this draft, is your focus still the same as it was, or where are you at now?
I think it's still the same. I think we're still offensive line. We always need that depth. You guys saw it with all this shuffling. It's still the same. As far as the Cowboys mindset, I don't think it's the same. I think they're gonna go running back just because of the need. So we'll see. But I would still offensive line. You build up that depth. We need it.
Yeah, because we got to remember Zach is getting older, man.
He's getting older. Yeah.
I'm not even going to fill in for Zach. So,
yeah.
And we don't know how long Tyron Smith is going to last, So, you got something there, Armando, for sure.
Okay.
But our moves have done has enabled us to, yes, make a play for Bijan, but most of all, stick to the script that's been working. It worked with getting CD, it worked with getting Micah, and that is getting best player available. When we got Micah, we had a deep linebacker room. When we had CD, we had a wide receiver room. But these getting the best player available like that's the ace in our hand. We can play anything. We're not showing space.
Michael fell in our lap because both the damn corners went off the board.
Yeah, they're all gone.
That's what happened. Because if those corners,
thank God,
if those corners was there,
if J.C. Horn,
they would
Patrick Surtain,
both of them, they were gone.
They're Dallas Cowboys.
And that was funny because they were thinking about trading that pick to get Stephon Gilmore. So it's crazy how it turns out, right?
Yeah.
Now I gotta say this though, if we're gonna go into that, we gotta think. Everything in me tells me, number one, you don't trade up in the first round for a running back. That's that kills me. But I can see it when you paint this picture. I really can. I can see it. And the truth be told, at 26, you're not finding the replacement for Zach Martin. And I've been O-line this whole time. I have. But I got to think about Dak Prescott in this situation. And what it looks like is that McCarthy is doing everything that he can to make sure that he has the weapons around him that he needs to keep his job and to perform the way he needs to perform and the offense be the way it is without Kellen Moore. And because it's all on him now. So he's got to put the pieces there. I wasn't on this Bijan trip. Like, I can't, like, if it happened, there's no question in my mind. Like, I would love it. Like, if I saw Bijan with a star on his helmet, I think I would go nuts. Like, it would be crazy for me if I actually got to see that. And I definitely don't want to see him with an eagle on the side of his helmet because, God, they'd be dangerous, especially behind that O-line. And he's never had an O-line his entire career. But looking at this, man, like, when Chris originally asked me the question, what do they need? In my mind, it was tight end. That's what it was. It was tight end. And I'm like, I know we talked about this last week and how crazy it was for us to take a 26 pick and take a tight end. But you got the guard. Tyler Smith is that man. I believe that Tyler Smith is going to come into his own with another season. And if you get the chance, and this kid Darnell Washington, because if I remember last season, there was no tight end taken in the first round.
6'7", 200-something pounds. Yeah,
but this kid Darnell Washington out of Georgia, the way you
Georgia?
got a lineman, with the way he can block, you have a lineman and a tight end. And don't get me wrong, I love what I see out of Jake Ferguson. I love it. I love what I see out of Jake Ferguson. I think Jake Ferguson is the truth. I think Jake Ferguson can block. I think Jake Ferguson can be that next guy at our tight end spot. But this man can catch. This man can block. This man is big. This man is physical. And this man brings you a whole new dynamic of what you could see on our offense with these weapons, man, because you have Brandon Cooks to go deep. And I don't think they're done. Like we were saying before, I don't think they're done. There's still money there. There's still room in the cap. They can still figure out something for D-Hop. They can still figure out something for Bobby Wagner. Because this linebacking core needs help, and I would love to see him back there. And I mean, you reunite him with Dan Quinn, it'd be a beautiful thing. But this whole thing that's happening with them at 26, I feel like you've done enough to where maybe you do take that shot on a guy that could be that next special player in the NFL, because those guys come few and far between, and it's hard to come by. If he fell at 26, you get a blocking tight end and a dynamic player that secures the middle of the field, because Dalton Schultz being gone, as much as we poo-poo on Dalton Schultz, that is Dak Prescott's safety net. That is Dak Prescott's target.
Dak want to do better.
All right. You went like 3, 4, or 5 different places, Rue. Make your fucking point. Ching down.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
You got Rowdy all fucked up, dude. All messed up.
So, Michael, you don't agree with the tight end bit, right? Is that what you're saying?
No, I just think like the moves that we have done, and I mess with Rue all the time. It just enables us to get the best player available and to make moves, and we've been savvy. We haven't really partaken in free agency. We've made trades. The free agents we picked up, or the people we resigned, are people we resigned. We picked up Fowler, which had a better year, and he's getting better from the injuries that he's gotten. We got the kid from the Falcons and the Jets. I'm not gonna dare say his name. It's like, y'all brothers trying to say a Spanish name. Well, I'm not gonna say a freaking African name, or Wonku or something like that. See, I messed it up. But it for the first time in a long time, I've complained about us and everybody reading our mail and Jerry putting our business out, and we can't make moves. We got Amari Cooper for a 5th round pick, and yes, it affected our offense, but we couldn't make any moves because we're so out there. The media's out there. But this offseason, we've been making moves, and we've been making the moves that other teams make. With 2 players, like I can't get over the value of Brandon Cooks. We got him on clearance, and we're doing a pay after. This is beautiful. So it enables us to be stronger at this draft. Whatever falls to us or whatever move we make, we're gonna have a good draft, and I'm really confident of our roster. Way more confident than I was at the end of the season. If we get Bobby Wagner, it's the Thanos defense. That's the last Infinity Stone we need for our defensive gauntlet, and I'm naming it the Thanos defense. Boy,
ooh, that's a good one. That is a good one. That's a good one. So here's a question right here. Here's something right here. I don't know which one. This guy's on. He's on something here. So, but he goes back to say this. Dak fans are so scared to draft a quarterback, rather lose with Dak than win with a better quarterback. And here's the question. When was the last time? The last time we drafted a 1st-round draft pick quarterback? 1989.
It's not
1989 was the last time we drafted a 1st-round draft. And not saying we have to get one now, but guys, we got to start thinking about investing in a quarterback. Maybe not the 1st round, but like you said, Cowboys going to 2nd round, we need to put some competition, behind Dak. And I know we got Cooper Rush again, whatever, but there's no competition. I say 2nd round, at least you got to bring in a quarterback.
You have to. I mean,
What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, Chris, what you got, Chris?
Yeah, get it.
Hey man, hey, I promised Miss Felicia I was gonna be on my best behavior today.
Come on with it.
I said it, okay, but it just it's the same. When y'all bring up Dak Prescott, it's like bringing up Jalen Tolbert to Rue. Okay, it just drives me absolutely batty how quickly Cowboy fans jump off a bandwagon. How quickly you do it. Okay, and the man had one bad season out of the 6 seasons he's been here, and you're done with him already. You're done. The man went to the playoff 2 years in a row. Okay, has had double win seasons. Okay, and dude, you're done with him. You're absolutely done with him. And I'm like this: the year he broke his damn leg, he was about to throw for 40 damn touchdowns. Y'all are done with him already. We need a quarterback. We need a quarterback. Cooper Rush is better. Cooper Rush is better. Bullshit. The Cowboys had no explosive players on offense except for Tony fucking Pollard. And that's it. But you blame everything on Dak Prescott. It is dumb. It is dumb, dumb, dumb. You don't need a quarterback.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Players on offense to help your quarterback. That's what you need.
Oh man, listen.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Only if we could get a trophy for the most yards thrown. Yeah, he's going on his 8th year. Yeah, it's time to get a damn quarterback. Hell, we're not gonna keep riding with Dak. And we done tried this with Dak. Damn it, we'd have did it with without Zeke. Dak wouldn't be who he was. I'm
not done with Dak, but it's healthy. It's healthy to get a little tight, that there's a little competition in the room. Hey, we got all these guys here. I want to bring my good A game stuff with y'all, because if y'all sucked, I wouldn't even fuck with y'all.
Look, it's like Mikey said it best. It's healthy. Yeah. Look what happened when Tony Romo started getting hurt. We had to spend a 5th-round draft pick on Matt Castle. We had to bring in Kellen Moore had to play. Brandon Whedon had to come in here, all because the Cowboys didn't set themselves up for success after Tony Romo.
Backup quarterback at the backup.
Dak's going into year 8. Dak can't stay healthy. Dak has an injury bug.
Yep.
He does. Right? So Cowboys are going on the same path. And it started with the pinky with Romo. It started with the pinky. That's how little injuries can start. A pinky with Romo, then it went downhill from there. The dude literally broke his back playing football. All right? Then look what's going on with Dak. Look what's going on with Dak. He had to get a cleanup surgery on the ankle. Right? How much is this? Like, if you watch Sounds of the Sidelines, y'all watch that after every game?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Facts.
One of the players goes, before surgery, Dak, he was a beast. So the players that practice with him every day is already seeing a decline in Dak Prescott. The post-surgery Dak would have been in there. That's not good. That's not good. You got to start investing.
I'm going to push back.
Hey, hold on. It's getting hot in this box between this real quick.
I know. Mikey is literally on fire right now because I can feel it. I can feel it up here. Believe me, I'm right there with you. I'm going to push back on one thing, and I'm going to let Armando go, and I'm going to let Chris get this thing back in there. But I'm going to push back, and the only thing I'm going to push back on is this. The one thing I do hate from every Cowboy fan that brings up that season where he breaks his ankle. Our record was 1-4 that year.
Boom.
And a lot of that had to do with Dak Prescott and the fact that we had to come from behind because the first half of this offense was not getting it together. That's been my gripe, and I can't back down on that because that's been my gripe. That's been my gripe.
You forgot Mike Nolan. Can you say Mike Nolan? Can you say Mike Nolan?
Your stat was wrong. They were 2-3 when he got hurt.
He was 1-4.
He was 2-3.
It was 2-3. Mike Nolan.
Falcons get that second win. Cooper Rush finished the game, so Dak didn't finish the game, but he started it. No, he was 1-4.
He was 1-4. The Falcons win is the only win, and it was a miracle. It was a miracle.
That was a miracle.
How can you be 1-4 if he come in and it was 2-3? You said he finished the game, so it's 2-3. He never
Cooper
lost
Rush
4
finished
games.
What
that
game did he
season.
win?
He never lost.
Never
4
lost.
games that season.
What game did he win? Because I know the Atlanta game he won because it was the most fluky onside kick you'll ever see in the history of football because they just forgot how to play for that 2.5 seconds.
Watermelon, baby.
That ball
Sandia
that was the craziest onside kick I've ever seen. They just looked at it.
It wasn't crazy. It was more undisciplined.
That's a football.
That was Mike Nolan, though.
What was the other win?
Hold on. Let Chris go, please.
Now, time out. That wasn't the only thing. My only thing is here. This is that year for Dak. Because it's not just on McCarthy this year.
It's all on Dak.
This is that year for Dak. If you noticed, they restructured. They did not extend.
Exactly
so they're
right.
looking at the exact same thing that everybody else is looking at. They did not extend. They restructured.
Okay.
So that means that this season, it's on his head.
Put up and shut up.
Now, where I am with you, Chris, I do believe that when you have better weapons around you that are more solid, like every other elite quarterback in the NFL, aside from Patrick Mahomes, because he's the anomaly, you need everything around you to work for you to be successful. Joe Burrow has one of the best receiving cores in the entire league.
But Rue, he had
he's
that.
successful even
He
with
had
battle.
that. He had that. He had.
That's what I'm saying. You need people around you. This is a team game. The NFL is a team game. Now, when it comes to the playoffs, your quarterback in a lot of situations has to win you games, which Dak has failed to do for us in multiple occasions. But you can't sit here and tell me that there isn't occasions where he's won. Because, I mean, he just beat the Buccaneers. He's beaten the Lions. And there's games and there's things that he's done. But if we're talking second, third, fourth round quarterback, I'm not mad. But you're not finding Dak Prescott's replacement as good as I think he is in those later rounds because
maybe second, because there's a slew. Maybe.
Well, wasn't Dak a fourth rounder? Wasn't Dak a fourth rounder?
I believe enough in Dak. I believe enough in Dak that in the first 2 rounds you should surround him with the pieces that we need, not another quarterback.
But
I believe enough in Dak.
But you just said, Rue. You just said that they restructured, not extend. So
that means you got to put those pieces around him to give him that opportunity to get that extension.
He had those pieces when he had CD Amari and Michael Gallup, man, and he had Zeke. I mean, hold him up. How much more does he need? Man, I'm tired of making excuses for Dak. I'm at that point now, bro. I mean, we rode the back of Tony Romo for 7-8 years. Okay, we've done that. Romo gave us absolutely nothing. We're right there at the same time again with Dak. We're doing the same exact thing. But okay, yeah, if we want to say he's throwing for 5,000 yards, hell, he's running a 5 wide, throw the ball deep in between the 20s. And half the games we're playing from behind. But if that's what you guys like, fine. But if it's me, no later than the second round, I am drafting a quarterback.
But check this. The most successful versions of the Cowboys was 2014, the Marco Morris year, and 2016. So this all goes back to getting Bijan Robinson and making that play back to what Chris said. And that's the way our quarterback's going to be successful because we already do have a magnificent trio with CD Lamb, Brandon Cooks, and Jalen Tolbert.
That's it. So okay, now you finish with the running back. Basically, if you can get, and basically what I say, we might not get Bijan, but my pick, and I know I said Jameer early in the season. But we don't need another finesse running back. We need a strong running back. So I'm going to go with Tank Bigsby. Tank Bigsby is a big guy, 6 feet, 218 pounds. We need a banger. We don't need a whole bunch of finesse. Malik Davis, he's a finesse runner. Rico Dowdle, he's a finesse runner. We needed some toughness. So,
in the second or the third? Are you talking
second round? Second round. I would have to get a quarterback. But again, it's all speculations. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, you were right, Chris. He was 2-3. I don't know who the second win was against, but he was
Hell
2-3.
yeah, he was right. We said
I don't
it.
know who it was
Hey,
against, but it was 2-3.
I keep telling y'all, man, I don't do this shit for play. I don't do this shit for fun. I know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? So it's cool that you went back and did your research. You know, it's cool, okay. But you know, what I'm frustrated with it's not other people that's not Cowboy fans dogging out Dak Prescott, but when the core, okay, the so-called Cowboy fans,
Yeah.
you know,
Damn right.
that continuously dog out their quarterback. Okay. Before, hey, let me tell you about these Hall of Famers who never won Super Bowls. Did Dan Marino ever win a Super Bowl?
No.
Okay.
He went to one. He went to one.
He had all the weapons in the world, right?
Mark Duper, Mark Clayton.
Dan Marino.
He never had a running game. Never had a running game.
Hold on. But Dan Fouts, did Dan Fouts win a Super Bowl? Eric Coryell.
So you looking for?
They changed the offense in the NFL. Hell no.
So you're looking.
No.
What you're looking for is a Hall of Famer quarterback. You don't care about it. You don't care about a Super Bowl. What you're saying? Oh, we might not get a Super Bowl, but he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
You just went with words in my mouth. That's not what I'm saying.
What he's saying is
what I'm saying is it's only one quarterback in the NFL today can win it by himself, and that was Patrick Mahomes, and we all know that. Hey, I'm telling you, Aaron Rodgers, he still need people. You thought he was the best in the world, okay? Y'all thought the boy out of Buffalo was the best quarterback in the NFL last year. He didn't need it. He had weapons all over the place. He couldn't get to the Super Bowl. It's a lot of players, man, are excellent at quarterback, can't get there. You need help, okay? That's all I'm saying. Give the man some help, and let's see what he do.
You done had him.
Go ahead, Cowboy Corner.
I love how you brought up all the quarterbacks who was elite that didn't win a Super Bowl. I want you to answer me this. How many quarterbacks been to a NFC championship or a Super Bowl or a championship game or Super Bowl when they were 28? So if a quarterback don't make a champ game or a Super Bowl by the time they're 28, they go there 0 times after that. Did you know that?
Wow.
Did you know that?
Wow.
So that's why turning over
Randall Cunningham with the Vikings, 98. He made it to the NFC Championship game. Booyah.
How old was he?
He was like 32. He was past the Eagles. He was like 32, 33.
Okay, there was one instance, but it's rare. It's
Randy Moss, baby.
It's rare. It's rare. That's why turning over your quarterbacks is important.
Mikey busted out the encyclopedia in his mind and said, 1998, Randall Cunningham, motherfucker.
We got to get off the Dak, guys. We got to move on. We on Dak. We got to get off Dak.
I love you, bro.
Well, Cowboys curry. It's Cowboys corner. We got to be on Dak, baby. We got to. Because I had gripes.
Yeah.
I had my gripes, you know what I mean? Your accent is kind of cool. Your voice, your tone. I wish I was cool. You have Texan at you, dude. So like I relished the opportunity to share this platform with you and talk about Dak because I get where Chris coming from. I get it. You know what I mean? We're shitting on him, but if the shoe fits right now, if the Jordan fits, back to Dak. Yeah. If it fits right now, it doesn't mean that we're off of him. It's just we mad. Sometimes our boo burns our dinner.
Damn, look at that comment down below. Damn.
Team killer. You know what?
Business is business, players.
I tell you what, we've been preaching that for a hot minute, haven't we? Business is business.
Okay, y'all know who y'all remind me of? Y'all remind me of the Niner fans about Garoppolo. Garoppolo went to the Super Bowl with them, and they hated him. I'm like,
I'm not trying to
replace Tom.
Don't bring Garoppolo into it.
You just brought up Super Bowl with the quarterback's name. We haven't even brought up championship game with Dak Prescott's name.
That is true, but does Dak Prescott block for himself or make tackles?
You know, Dak
Nope.
Prescott was one of the
Okay,
least sacked
so-
quarterbacks
so-
in the National Football League last year.
So this is
Woo,
what
Tyler Biotish.
Hey, and then what we complained about having somebody to take the top off the explosiveness on the field. We had none of that last year. So the Cowboys went out and did it to help their quarterback. So should the Cowboys just say, stop? We ain't getting nobody else to help him. Let's go draft the quarterback and let's start all over. That's
Now,
the dumbest shit ever.
and he's right now.
It's
He's
not
right.
starting all
You
over.
can't take away from the fact that he didn't have the weapons last year. He didn't. He started the year with. We've talked about it a million times. I mean, Dennis Houston was a starting receiver for this team last season. You cannot sit here and tell me Dalton Schultz was in and out of the lineup. The only consistent weapon that he had was CeeDee Lamb, and I'm telling you right now, midway through the season, half people out there thought CeeDee Lamb wasn't a one. He showed us in the back half that he was a one, but throughout most of the season, nobody thought he was a one. A lot of people were out there doubting the fact that he could even be what he was.
This time last year, I didn't think he was a one.
All I'm saying, there was a ton of question marks in terms of every weapon that he had last season. This man still went 12-4. This man still won 12 games. He won a playoff game. Not only that, Kellen Moore was a problem. It wasn't just him.
No, it wasn't.
This is a team that I'm telling you, I've been on this whole thing of putting on that and putting on that and putting on that. I've been on it for a long time, but the bottom line is when you watch these games, there's no question that it's like, dude,
Hey, watch. You know what's gonna piss me off the most? You know what's gonna piss me off the most? If Kellen Moore has a great season with
It won't
the
happen.
Chargers,
It won't
no,
happen.
but check. But you're missing, killing my punchline, Bubba. If Kellen Moore has a great season with the Chargers, and there's a shot of the sideline, and his mouth's closed, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna lose my shit.
And he got no excuses either, because it's not like the Chargers don't have an elite offense. It's not like in ordinance with most people out there, Justin Herbert's not a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. That's what most people's opinion is. Most people's opinion is that kid's better than him, and I'm gonna tell you this: he hasn't done anything either.
Nope.
He's done. Matter of fact, in his first couple seasons, he's done less than what Dak did, minus the yards that he's put up.
But he's still on his
put up
first.
the yards.
He's still in his first contract too, though, right?
Oh, but that's the excuse for him, though, Gary. That's his excuse, right?
But no, you no. But hold on now. We can't.
No, it's
I'm
not.
gonna
I mean, he's doing the same.
on Dak Prescott in his first 3 seasons, but all of a sudden, just because this man throws for 5,000 yards, you were just telling me how you throw for 5,000 yards, but you don't win no games. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a Hall of Famer that don't win no games.
Right.
That's what Justin Herbert is on the cool.
Well,
what has he won? Tell me what Justin Herbert has done.
But how many quarterbacks we have that have won the Super Bowl in their first 4 years? Not many, but I'm just saying. I mean, you still got to give a quarterback time. Hell, we working on year 8 with Dak, but that's here or there. But it's just the fact of it is, Herbert still got time. But we'll see what happened under Kellen Moore. I mean, Kellen Moore might, ruin him as well, because I just think Kellen Moore play calling is trash. It's trash.
It's going
The
to be
guy
very
does not have it.
If this mind just magically opens up for Kellen Moore. That's really what I'm curious to see. Was it Dak, or was it the fact that you just like to run 4 curl routes on 3rd and 13? Which one is it? Because that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Right.
Hello.
Okay, real quick. We gotta let Dash in. Dash been patiently waiting, man. So we gotta bring him in as well. What's going on, Dash? You all right?
Yes, I was just doing some homework over here while patiently waiting. So
I appreciate you waiting, man. What's going on with you? What's on your mind, my man?
I want to go back to the Kellen Moore. Who was trash talking Kellen Moore?
All of us.
All of us.
Yeah.
I did a video on this on TikTok, and let me go to his coaching stats real quick. There it is. Kellen Moore, overall, has put, if I can, where is it at? My goodness. I'm looking at the football reference.
All right.
This is yards.
And we wish Kellen Moore the best.
So Kellen Moore has put the team ranks offense Okay, I'm blind something right now. Because in the team ranks in yardage differential, 2019 2, 2020, the 2020 season ranked 21, 2021 4, 2022 8. For the points differential, 2019 6, 2020 25, 2021 2, 2022 5. Kellen Moore has put the offense of the Cowboys within the top 10 range. So I don't know how you guys are trash talking him.
So, Dash, let me ask you a question. So, if you had a coach that made it to the first round every year and he had those type of numbers, do you keep him or do you fire him?
I would still keep him, but I would change his role. I would make, because on my TikTok video I said that I wanted to keep him, but of course with Jerry Jones saying that now Mike McCarthy can call, they can either switch or Mike McCarthy can call.
I gotta ask, Dash, are you a Cowboys fan?
Yes. You
So
can literally go to my page if you want to.
I'm just asking because we got Eagles in here. You never know.
Yeah.
I
I'm on the can check with you guys.
bet. So you're a Cowboys fan.
Yes.
You watching these games every week.
Yes.
Situational football is what we're talking about. When you look at the situations that Kellen Moore puts us in, and the play calls and decisions that he makes throughout the game, it for us and for me watching him all season, it leaves you scratching your head because there's so many times where he had complete control of this team. And yeah, I get it. The numbers are great, but you can tell me the numbers on Dak Prescott all day too. Their numbers aren't everything. If we're only going to look at the numbers,
Yeah.
I got to look at the situation on top of the numbers.
Right.
Because yeah, if you put up 450 yards in a game, that's great. Did you win though?
Exactly.
What did you do? What did you do in crunch time in the last 2 minutes of the game? What did you do in crunch time with 10 minutes to go when you should be running the ball and you didn't? What did you do to protect your quarterback in terms of how you made these play calls in order for the game to flow in the correct manner? There were so many situations where it was like, Kellen Moore, you should have ran here when you didn't. You start abusing the pass, and like I wish Mikey was here because he'd tell you about that pass crap that Kellen Moore would always find himself on. This man was consistently mismanaging the play calling for this team where it cost us ball games. I mean, just look at the Green Bay game. Look at the game against these games where you're up 14 points in the game.
49 a game.
It's because of the situational play calling that we poo-poo on Kellen Moore. Does he have gaudy numbers? Absolutely. He got gaudy numbers. But I'll tell you this, because everybody harps on the 5 games that he played without Dak Prescott this season. Tell me where this offense was ranked those 5 games he wasn't there with Cooper Rush. We were ranked 27th. 27th. Bottom 5 in the league is what we were ranked on offense. I stole that from Cowboys beat. But 27th is what we were ranked on that offense. Our defense won of those games. Everybody praises Kellen Moore.
The defense held that game.
There's been more announcers, more players have come out and shown that Kellen Moore was truly the problem. And what's funny is you're going to see a quarterback who's a generational talent in Justin Herbert. You heard it here first. He's going to regress under Kellen Moore. And it's going to be fun.
And you know, if you're an individual that played the game, man, and know the game, you know, you can see, you know, like I said, not all of it was on Dak. And a lot of the play calling hurt Dak, which I would wish Dak would have audible a few times or whatever. I mean, we saw a 2nd and 2 in our own territory, and we're in shotgun. I mean, who called that play? Dak or the offensive coordinator? So yeah, we can look at all the numbers that we're throwing and where Kellen Moore is, but damn, one and done. We've been one and done since he's been here.
There was nothing. You didn't make these defensive players have to make a decision at any point. This dude was literally just relying on talent and the people around him. Because if we're gonna talk about the weapons that Dak Prescott's had throughout his career, Kellen Moore's had weapons throughout his career also. And it's when you got people doing it for you, There's just too many situations. I'm just rambling on. So
It's and Dash, you brought up good points. You brought up sexy stats, right? Everyone wants to look at sexy stats, but Rule made a great point. I mean, it's hard to even follow up with that. But Cowboys went a long time. I think it was like 23 games in a row where they didn't score on the opening drive of the game. 23 games in a row where they didn't score. How many times did you hear? Oh man, Cowboys are like 15th to 20th on third down conversions. We got to get better at that. And then just the mental mistakes, right? Of against the Minnesota Vikings where you're passing it like incredibly, then you run it 3 times in a row and you lose the ball game. Or the Jaguars game where you got 2 minutes to go, they got 3 timeouts and you can't draw enough plays up to run that clock out, and they went up and beat us and got into the playoffs. Right, so there's a lot of things that go into that. There's a lot of sexy stats, and there's not a lot of stats you want to get into because it's not so sexy. But there's more to the puzzle than those sexy stats.
Yeah,
and
because they sexy. I mean, they bad.
What you say, Dash?
I was gonna say that with Rune Cowboys corner, I agree with you guys with how you guys say about how we have. Kellen Moore has some stats and that we need to do some situational plays, but you also gotta understand that it's a teamwork thing as well. So you have to rely on everybody. Everybody has to do their parts. So I don't think it was. I can say it is like majority, maybe Kellen Moore.
But here's the thing. This is where I disagree with you. Kellen put him in that spot.
Mm-hmm.
Kellen's the one who's the mastermind behind putting them in the places that they need to be. If you're putting your players, as good as they may be, in bad situations, there's not a lot they can do. They have to go with what you say. They can't draw up the play right there on the field. There's timing, there's effectiveness, there's the route running. All this comes into play. But if my coach is cutting my legs out from under me and putting me in a position where I'm doing the exact same thing as everybody else around me, and it only takes 2 guys to guard 4 people, we have a problem.
So, Rue, Rue, you know what? That drew the last straw with me with Kellen Moore, the last play of the game against the 49ers. Your running back is the center. Your running Dash. That's not a Dak situation. That's a Kellen Moore situation. That is exactly how Zeke is going to be known.
Double reverses on this show. I don't know how many times I had to bring up a double reverse on this show when I've got momentum all the way rolling down the field, and then all of a sudden I get across the midfield line and I decide I'm going to run a double reverse because I'm running high school offense all of a sudden. We brought that up.
Anyway, man, we could talk about this all day, guy. We got to wrap it up. What you got? What's going on? What you got? Real quick before we end this thing. We've been on here for a minute, and Dak took up a lot of our time.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to Rue. But Dash, you got anything else? What else you got on your mind, brother? Anything else?
I mean, I wish I was with you guys during most of those conversations. I mean, I would have loved to talk with us, but again, with the free agent signings, I think we were pretty good on those. Can't wait for Stephon Gilmore. I can't wait for Brandon Cooks, and I just can't wait for what the Cowboys have to do within the rest of the offseason and the draft. Within the draft, I do think that need the most things are the offensive linemen, because what Armando said, Zach Martin and Tyron Smith, they're getting old. They need some replacements. So that's the high priority for me, that they need to get some offensive linemen.
Yeah, that's good stuff, Dash. We really appreciate you, man, and I thank you for being patient. I can only bring 6 on at a time, but thank you, man, for being patient. But you're more than welcome to come on at any time, man. We do this every Wednesday night. We also do some pre-recordings as well. So appreciate you, man, stopping through, man, and just being a part of the Cowboy Huddle, man. Thanks a lot, my man.
You're welcome. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you take care. We're going to finish up here in just a second. But thank you, man, and come back anytime you feel like it.
All right. See ya.
All right. Okay. Appreciate you. Mm-hmm. Well, guys, we're gonna take that for what it's worth. We got
I gotta hear this. I gotta hear something, because I know Chris got something on his mind. I just gotta hear it.
No. I was sitting. We did a lot. We got off subject, and we had a lot of other stuff to talk about. When you know, Dak is a hot subject, man, for Cowboy fans, and it runs deep. I mean, we would need another 2 hours to talk about
Yeah.
Dak Prescott and Kellen Moore, and I know it takes up a lot of time because it is a hot button for Cowboy fans. But I'm like this. Hey, I'm excited for next weekend. That's what I'm excited about.
Yeah, for sure.
hell yeah.
And if anybody doesn't know, that's what we're going to do. We got a Cowboy Spring Break podcast coming up where we all going to be in the same place at the same time, and we're going to be hitting you up with different videos and takes and everything like that. It's going to be uncut, so you guys be ready. So we're going to probably bring folks on live as well. So we're going to do a setup down in Austin, and the four of us will be together. Cowboy Corner, are you in Texas?
No, I live in Kansas. We already had our spring break this past week.
okay.
We went to Kansas City, Missouri, and watched Friday Night SmackDown. That's why I'm wearing this shirt.
Oh,
Yeah, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, man.
When you buy 4 shirts and she tells you $175 with tax, you're wearing.
You better wear it.
You wear it.
You gonna wear
I
that?
wore her shirt to school today too. I said, y'all wearing that shit.
That's what's up. Well, hey, Cowboy Corner, we sure appreciate you, man, and all your content as well, man. You know, I'm glad I saw you on the thread right there. I said, oh yeah, we got to bring them in, man. You always got good content, and we support you and what you do as well, man. So, hopefully one day we all could get together. So it'd be a great big party, man.
Yeah, the draft is in Kansas City, Missouri. So if you guys are headed that way, you let me know.
I'll be
man,
there. I'll be there.
Okay.
That's what's up. Well, say thank you for stopping by, man. And like I say, it's you as well, man. You're more than welcome to come on anytime, man.
Thank you guys. Y'all
All
the
right.
best. Y'all keep it
All
up.
right, appreciate it. Thank you.
You guys.
All right. With that being said, guys, here we are. We are there. Let's wrap it up. Last words. What you got, Chris? And last words, brother.
Bijan Robinson.
Ooh, that's a good one. Rue, what you got? Last words.
Man, the GM in me, O-line, tight end. The dreamer in me, give me motherfucking Bijan Robinson. Goddamn Bijan. Let me have the miracle. Let me get the generational talent. I don't even I want to be sold on the idea. But God, it scares
That's
me,
right.
man.
That's
God,
right.
it scares me.
Well, I'm gonna go out with, man. Hey, we put all the pieces together. Hopefully, get Bobby Wagner out there, and we put this offense together like we wanted, man. And this will be our year, man. This will be our year that we make a push through the playoffs and through the championship and to the Super Bowl. This, I feel it in my bones. So don't make a lie out of me, Dallas Cowboy fans. You got a last word, Cowboy Corner?
Oh no, man. I appreciate you. I'm gonna talk to you guys real quick when we get off there. I got something to say.
All right. Well, like we say all the time, guys, we appreciate everybody for stopping through and supporting this channel. And if you do it, will do us a favor, hit the like button and the subscribe button and the notification button so you will be notified when the next video is posted. And like I always say, don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. So let's make it happen, Dallas Cowboys. Deuces.